Yo, what's up, family? It's TJ Lawrence, your trusted new home consultant. Today, we're diving into a real question I hear every week. Is now the right time to buy a home? I'm giving you real talk, no fluff, just facts and perspective, especially if you're a first time buyer, a veteran, or tired of renting. The fear is real, but let's break it down. High interest rates, market shifts, layoffs. People are nervous. But here's the truth: you're not buying the market, you're buying a lifestyle, a legacy. Real estate is a long term wealth move. If you're renting, you're paying 100% interest anyway. So, what I would like to do is, I would like to give you a story on what first got me to buy my own home. So initially, I was a firefighter paramedic and I was in the Army. I had just got out of the service and I was on the verge of getting out of the fire department. I was also getting ready for a divorce. So I didn't know if I should buy a house at the right time. I went ahead and bought a house anyway. My credit score was 570. I wasn't able to afford, my credit wasn't the best right then. So I had to do some work for about a month or two to make sure I got my credit score up. Also, I was traveling back and forth to Gwinnett County from McDonough, which is about an hour, 45-minute drive. I was very tired because I was working 24-hour shifts. I was also considering getting into real estate. So I was getting ready to make a change that would affect everything. My income, you know, I just knew I no longer wanted to rent. So it took me about 2 months. I got my credit score from 575 all the way up to 680. And I bought a house anyway. Now, my interest rate was about a 6.75. But my home, I can always say is mine. I don't have to worry about nobody kicking me out my own home. I can pull up in my own driveway. I have my own garage. I can decorate however I want. I don't have to worry about photos or doing things on a wall. All things that you would have to worry about with, renting an apartment or a home, the things that you would have to not get your security deposit back. So now my security deposit is my home and I don't have to worry about nobody telling me you got to get out my stuff. So that is a little history about me and why I decided to just jump in and buy a house. Now, what some of you all have that is very good is builders like Lennar, who I work for. We're offering all closing cost assistance. We're doing interest rates buy downs. So, yeah, there was a time when you would have those interest rates at the 2.9s, the 3.0s, all that during COVID. Those interest rates, we may not see those ever again. But the thing that Lennar is doing is right now we're promoting a 3.99 APR, 5 ARM, which means for the next 5 years, your interest rate is going to be 3.99. And in 5 years, depending on the market, you have to see where your interest rate goes from there. Now, that is scary. However, you have 5 years to worry about that later on. And you can also still be in your house, loving your house. Since this is a buyer's market, less buyer competition means more negotiation power. VA and first time programs are still active, Money is out there. So if you're ready, comment down below ready, and I'll send you a list of all the incentives that we're currently doing right now. What I want you to know is you're always going to be afraid. But if you're able, if you're willing, you have a consistent job, you can own your home. It's not about perfect timing, it's about your timing. Nobody can predict the exact bottom, nobody can predict what the market is going to do. But the person who buys and holds for 5 to 10 years wins. If you have a stable income, decent credit, and you're tired of renting, let's build a plan. All you have to do is listen. You don't have to rush, but you do need clarity. If you want a one-on-one game plan with me, hit the link in the description and schedule a free home buyer strategy call. I'll walk you through what's possible and what steps to take. I got you. So let me ask you another question. Let's just hypothetically, if you're not able to do a bodybuilding show or complete a 5K run, would you constantly procrastinate that and just not do it? Or would you just say, you know what, maybe the timing isn't right. I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to start preparing. So that's what this home buying journey is. It's about preparing for when you are ready. There's things that you still can do as a buyer that will help you get ready for owning your own home. You still have to do pre-qualifications. You still have to go look for the homes that's fitting for you. And those are all things that does take some time. So do it when you can. Thank you so much.